Hey everybody, my name is Matt, and I wanted to post this short little update about Cyberpunk because I didn't want to just leave the series hanging. But because of some reportedly shady practices from the developer CD Projekt Red and some personal things, I went ahead and requested a refund for the game in its current state because I know that from what y'all saw, I recorded a few main missions and I didn't do a whole lot of exploring as far as like looking outside those main missions, but walking around Night City on my own, like I said, to try to get a feel for the game, it just felt dead. And beyond it just feeling dead, it also felt, the controls felt kind of janky. The whole game to me had somewhat of a blur to it. It was kind of strange. And it just seemed like beyond what was promised, obviously there's going to be a difference between an advertisement, pre-rendered cutscene that looks fucking sharp, looks good, and then the actual game when you're playing it. And I understand that and I respect that, but the gameplay as it was like every few minutes I was being yanked out of the immersive experience because of some AI pathfinding bug or something that randomly spawned right in front of me and then despawned. Or I'd come around a corner, be walking, and then some dude would just teleport in front of me and then just keep on walking. There was just kind of constant bugs that made me go, what the fuck is going on? So the controls were weird. Between the controls, the graphics, and the gameplay in general, it just felt boring. And I didn't want to play the game in that state. But I would have, you see. I've dealt with games that weren't everything that I expected before. And this game, even though there wouldn't be a whole lot to do in the outside world, at least, okay, there's main missions and there's side missions, and I'll just go do those. But the thing that sent me over the edge as far as requesting a refund was that the developer, according to a few articles I read, was just engaged in some kind of shady stuff as far as promotions go. Like this one article I read was talking about how reviewers who were sent codes so they can access the game before it comes out so that they could review it were blocked from posting about any bugs, and something like they could only use screenshots that CD Projekt Red provided, and this might be incorrect, I don't know, but they were only allowed to play on PC or something like that. Or all of the promotional content, like gameplay footage that came from CD Projekt Red and or its affiliates, was all filmed on next-gen consoles and PC, which is fine, except the game wasn't just sold on PC and next-gen. It was also sold on last-gen consoles, which is what I currently have. And to advertise one thing, it's like, yeah, it looks great, but then sell it and it underperforms. Like, I bought the game, I didn't think it was going to look as crisp and clean as it would on next-gen. I'm not stupid, but I expected it to function at least, And so between the graphical issues and the technical issues and being lied to in terms of advertisements, I didn't feel right putting my money behind the game. And I was faced with a crossroads, like I could request a refund and potentially buy back into the game if it becomes better, or I could just keep the game and just wait until I get next gen and hope that they would release patches and updates that brought it up to speed to where it was advertised to be from the get-go. And when a few people like Jeremy and Rayman said, yeah, they'd love to see me play more of the game, I was like, all right, well, I'll just keep the game. And what I was planning on doing was doing a playthrough now, and then probably doing a few videos and running around on my own when I get next gen and when those patches and whatever were released, which actually is something I'll get to in just a second. But when I was running around on my own and trying to develop my own skills in the game, and so I wouldn't be so jumbled with the controls when we were playing missions together, it just made me realize how bad the game was. At least for me and my copy on the Xbox One. And like I said, with a combination of all the factors that went in, I was like, I just can't. I don't want to play it right now, you know? I don't want to play it, and I don't... It's like if I wanted to play it, that'd be one thing, but combined, I don't want to play it, and I was lied to. I couldn't do it. Now, one of the weird things that I did read on one of the articles was that, and this may be wrong, don't quote me, but the game has 2 releases. One is the last gen version and the PC version, like what's released now. And then I read like in a few months, they're going to re-release like the Series X version, like the next gen version. I don't know if that's true or not, but I read it in one of the articles and that made me feel like, okay, so I paid $60 to beta test the game, and I'm still not getting a good deal out of it. So with all that being said, I requested a refund. The refund did process, and I used that money to buy a bundle of Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion, which I didn't even know Watch Dogs Legion came out already, but hey, that's my bad. But I saw in the Xbox store they were bundled together for like $70. I was like, shit, that's a good price. So bought both of those. So in place of Cyberpunk, in terms of big name titles, we will be playing Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion for now. Like I said, when I upgrade to next gen, and if I look back into the game and it pulls a No Man's Sky where they put a lot of effort into making the game what it should be and more, I will happily buy the game again. We can do a run through and we'll all have a good time because we'll actually be getting a product that was advertised to us. But until then, we'll be playing those 2 games and a few smaller games that I have downloaded. I think would be a lot of fun. Some games are more episodic, like Life is Strange. There are a few other games that may well be better suited to a live stream, like Zombies for one, and Mars Horizon, which is a game I got and I did a playthrough so I could get used to it. So now like we could actually go through with a more difficult playthrough because I was playing on baby mode because I had to learn the steps. So that's where I stand with Cyberpunk. I apologize. I know y'all wanted to see more of it, but again, I couldn't do it because it wasn't fun to play off camera, and beyond it just not being fun, it wasn't what was advertised. So I apologize. Couldn't do it, but if it improves, I will absolutely do a playthrough. Then probably in like a few months, but we'll just have to see, I guess. So thank you all so very much for understanding. Please be on the lookout Tuesday for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and next Friday we will start Watch Dogs Legion. Thank you all so much. Hope you all understand, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.